The prison gates opened slowly, creaking under their own weight. Nelson Mandela stood at the threshold, blinking in the bright sunlight. 27 years behind bars, and now, freedom. The crowd erupted in cheers. Thousands of people had gathered, waving flags, singing songs of liberation. Cameras flashed. Reporters shouted questions. But Mandela stood still for a moment, taking it all in. The air felt different. It tasted of possibility. Winnie stood beside him, her hand in his. "You're free," she whispered. "We're not free yet," Mandela said quietly. "Not until everyone is free." As he walked through the crowd, shaking hands and embracing well-wishers, his mind was already turning to the future. The struggle wasn't over. In fact, the hardest part was just beginning. The country was on the brink of civil war. Decades of oppression had created deep wounds, hatred that ran like poison through the veins of the nation. That evening, in a small room with his closest advisors, Mandela laid out his vision. "We must reconcile," he said. "We must bring the people together." "Reconcile," one advisor scoffed, "with the people who imprisoned you, with the people who murdered our children." Mandela met his eyes. "Yes, with them, because if we seek revenge, we will destroy ourselves. But if we seek reconciliation, we can build a nation." "They will never accept you," another said. "They hate you. They fear you." "Then I must show them they have nothing to fear," Mandela replied. "I must reach out my hand first." Three weeks after his release, Mandela arranged a meeting. The location was kept secret for security reasons. In a quiet government building, away from the press and the public, he sat across a table from three men who had been his oppressors: General Hendrik van der Merwe, Minister Peter Botha, and Commissioner Frans de Klerk. White men in their 60s, stern faces, suspicious eyes, men who had upheld the system that imprisoned him. The room was tense. Guards stood at the doors. No one smiled. No one extended a hand in greeting. Mandela spoke first. "Gentlemen," he said, his voice calm and measured, "thank you for agreeing to meet with me. I know this is uncomfortable for all of us, but I believe it is necessary." General van der Merwe leaned back in his chair. "Mr. Mandela, I'll be frank. Many in my community believe you are a terrorist. They believe you want to destroy our way of life. Why should we trust you?" Mandela nodded. "I understand your fear, but let me be clear. I do not want to destroy anyone. I want to build. I want all people, black, white, colored, Indian, to live together in peace and prosperity. But we cannot build if we are at war." "And what do you propose?" asked Minister Botha. "Dialogue," Mandela said. "Honest dialogue. I propose we sit together as we are now and speak the truth. No lies, no propaganda, just truth. And from that truth, we find common ground." Commissioner de Klerk frowned. "And what if there is no common ground?" "There is always common ground," Mandela said. "We all want safety for our families. We all want a future for our children. We all want dignity. Those are universal desires. If we start there, we can build something lasting." The men exchanged glances. None of them looked convinced, but they hadn't walked out. That was a start. Months passed. The negotiations were slow, painful. Every meeting felt like walking through a minefield. One wrong word, one miscalculated gesture, and the fragile peace could shatter. But Mandela had an idea, a bold idea, one that would would shock his own supporters. The Rugby World Cup was coming to South Africa. Rugby was the sport of the oppressors, the symbol of white supremacy. Black South Africans despised it, but Mandela saw an opportunity. He called a meeting with the captain of the national rugby team, Francois Pienaar, a young white man, tall and strong, with a crew cut and a determined expression. "Captain Pienaar," Mandela said, "I need your help." Pienaar looked confused. "My help, sir? With what?" "I want to unite this country," Mandela said, "and I believe rugby can do it." Pienaar's eyes widened. "Rugby? Mr. President, with all respect, rugby divides this country. Black people see it as the enemy's game." "Exactly," Mandela said, "which is why it's the perfect tool. If we can make Black South Africans cheer for this team, if we can make them see this team as their own, then we can show them that reconciliation is possible." Pienaar was silent for a long moment. That's a tall order, sir." "I know," Mandela said, "but I believe you can do it. I believe this team can inspire a nation, but you must reach out. You must go into the townships. You must show the people that you are playing for them, not against them." Pienaar nodded slowly. "All right, Mr. President, we'll try." "Good," Mandela said, standing, "because the world will be watching, and we must show them that we are not a nation of hatred. We are a nation of hope." The stadium was packed, 60,000 people, and millions more watching on television around the world. The South African team, the Springboks, were facing New Zealand, the reigning champions. But this was more than a rugby match. This was a referendum on reconciliation. If the Springboks won, it would be a symbol of unity. If they lost, the divisions would deepen. Mandela arrived at the stadium wearing a Springboks jersey. The crowd gasped. For a black man, and especially for Mandela, to wear the jersey of the oppressors team was unthinkable. Some of his supporters felt betrayed, but Mandela walked onto the field, waving to the crowd. And something miraculous happened. White fans cheered. Black fans cheered. For the first time, they were cheering together. Francois Pienaar approached Mandela. "Mr. President," he said, "we won't let you down." Mandela smiled. "I know you won't, Francois. The whole nation is behind you. Feel their support, feel their hope, and use it." The match was brutal. Back and forth, neither team giving an inch. The tension was unbearable. With minutes left, the score was tied. Then, in the final moments, South Africa kicked a drop goal. The ball sailed through the posts. The stadium erupted. People were crying, hugging strangers, singing together. When the final whistle blew, South Africa had won. And for one day, the nation was united. Mandela returned to the field to present the trophy. As he handed it to Pienaar, the crowd chanted his name. "Mandela, Mandela!" Pienaar leaned close. "Thank you, Mr. President, for believing in us." Mandela shook his head. "No, Francois, thank you. You showed the nation what is possible when we work together." But rugby matches and symbolic gestures were not enough. The wounds were too deep. Too many atrocities had been committed. Too much blood had been spilled. Mandela established the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, a forum where victims and perpetrators could come face to face, where the truth could be spoken, where accountability could be demanded, but also where forgiveness could be offered. The first hearing was devastating. A mother testified about her son who had been tortured and killed by security forces. She described his screams, his final moments. The perpetrator sat across from her, stone-faced. "Do you have anything to say to this woman?" the commissioner asked. The man shifted in his seat. "I was following orders," he said. "That's not good enough," the commissioner said. "She is asking for the truth. She's asking for acknowledgement." The man looked at the mother. For the first time, his mask cracked. "I'm sorry," he said, his voice breaking. "I'm sorry for what I did. I have children of my own. I can't imagine. I'm sorry." The mother sat silently. Tears streamed down her face. Then, after a long moment, she spoke. "I forgive you." The room was silent. Even the hardened journalists wiped their eyes. Mandela watched from the back of the room. This was the hardest work. This was reconciliation, not the grand gestures, but the small, painful steps, one person at a time, one truth at a time, one forgiveness at a time. Years later, as Mandela prepared to step down from the presidency, he gave a final speech to the nation. "We have come so far," he said, "but we still have far to go. Reconciliation is not an event. It is a process. It is the work of every day, every generation. It requires courage. It requires humility. It requires the willingness to see our enemy as human." He looked out at the crowd. Black faces, white faces, young and old, all listening. "I do not pretend that reconciliation is easy," he continued. "I do not pretend that forgiveness comes naturally. But I know this: if we do not reconcile, we will perish. Hatred will consume us. But if we choose reconciliation, if we choose to build bridges instead of walls, then we can create a nation that is truly free. A nation where every child, regardless of the color of their skin, can dream, can hope, can thrive." The crowd rose to their feet. Applause thundered through the hall. After the speech, an old white man approached Mandela. "Mr. President," he said, "I was one of your guards on Robben Island. I treated you terribly, and I've carried that guilt for decades. But today, hearing you speak, I understand now what you were trying to teach us. Thank you." Mandela embraced him. "Thank you for coming," he said. "Thank you for having the courage to change." As the man walked away, Mandela turned to his aide. "You see," he said, "that is reconciliation. One person at a time, one heart at a time." And in that moment, the dream he had fought for, the dream of a united, reconciled nation, felt within reach. Because reconciliation is not about forgetting the past. It is about learning from it. It is about choosing hope over hatred. It is about building a future together, even when the past tried to tear you apart. That is the legacy of Nelson Mandela. That is the power of reconciliation.